Hey, what's up guys, Misha here. I know a lot of you have been asking me for an IR pack or cab pack or something like that, and I actually teamed up with Fractal Audio and Mikko Logrén to put something together for you guys. It's CabPack 13. It's the ML USA 412 bulb cab pack, and it's based mainly off of a Mesa oversized cab with the older 70-watt vintage 30 speakers. Now, there are a few extras, and there are also the individual mics on each speaker of the cab, but my own personal mixes, of which there are 12, are your sort of plug-and-play solution. Anyways, enough yapping, let's check that out. Right here you can see I have a deceivingly simple setup. On the Fractal I just have this 51.3 50-watt blue model, and everything's set pretty much at noon. I've got the bright switch on, but there's nothing fancy going on there. And then here I have just the first cab in the cab pack with no mic. None of these settings are really affecting it right now. And just right off the bat, I think that sounds great. Now, of course, you could put a mic model on there if you wanted to. This already has sort of a mic sound on it. It's a mix of mics, actually. So this is essentially just be an additional EQ. But personally, I like keeping it off. If you do want that, or if you do want to be able to have these controls, you could put it to null, and then you can adjust things like proximity and whatnot. But again, I find that keeping things simple is usually how I get the best results. So that's the first one right there. This is 2. This one's a bit warmer. It's not quite as bright, not as much air to it. They're all slightly different, and honestly, it's in the context of a mix that you'll really start to appreciate the differences. That's a bit more mid-rangey there. And then nice bright one there. You can of course mix these together if you want on the Axefx itself. So if some quality of one cab would fit well with this really bright one, for example, you could dial some things together. As of patch number 9, then you start to get into the sort of bonus material, if you will. For example, this one is based off of a Mesa traditional size cab, which is a little bit smaller. It's a bit more mid-rangey. And then 10, 11, and 12 are based off of a Marshall cabinet. So you get that very traditional Marshall-esque fizz and mid-range, which I like. But I think the thing to take away from this is just how drastically the cab can actually affect your sound. This is all the exact same amp with the exact same settings, and it can change so much in sound just based off these cab models right here. If we go again, it's just changing the cab on there. So anyways, let's get to the elephant in the room now. Yes, not everyone has an Axefx, and they aren't exactly cheap, but you are in luck because you can still use these packs with CabLab, which is basically a software cabinet loader that Fractal makes, and it's very inexpensive. And then you can basically use that with whatever your favorite software amp is. For example, I've got TSE X50 open right now. I really like that, and that is very inexpensive. I think it's in the realm of $70 or so. But that's the mix right there, running with that. And you know, right here I have a mix of an equal mix of cab 1 and 3 going, and these are the exact X50 settings that are going right now. And that's what that sounds like if you want to hear it soloed. And you can also just easily load in other models, you know, if you want to add to it. Let's say let's do this Brit one because it's very different sounding, you know. You can mute these. Now we just have very different sound there. That might be better for mixing in. Let's try this one. And it's as easy as that. You can change these things on the fly. As you can see, I also have bias here. It's not activated right now, but you can use this with whatever you want. Cubase comes with its own proprietary amp software, and I'm sure whatever DAW you use has that too. So you can just pop this on the end, disable the cab sim in whatever program you're using, like I'm doing here. That's off right now. And then you can put these cabs to use.